I loved listening to stories, but I didn't love to read stories. I was an undiagnosed dyslexic, and I had trauma every time I went into a new school because inevitably I would be asked to read aloud. And that was the time when I signaled to the class that I wasn't very smart. I loved school, but it was really hard for me to not want to hide. My parents would read to me aloud all the time, but my parents didn't know that I was struggling. And I think that that's a common theme. We want to assume that our children are thriving. So that's the narrative that we see and believe. And so I found workarounds.
That's what a lot of children do. They find ways to put up the masks and ways to distract and hide. And that child who is acting out or misbehaving or is the comedian, maybe they're hiding.
It's a decoy over here so that you don't see what's happening over here. It's the magician's trick.
When did it change for you?
I was in a class called Exceptional Students that was designed to help secondary ed teachers identify learning disabilities in their students. I ended up going to this professor after the class and saying, I am dyslexic. And she tested me and she's like, Jen, you are severely dyslexic. And it was so validating. Never in the history of diagnoses has anybody been so excited to learn that they're dyslexic. For me, it was an affirmation that I'm not stupid. My brain works differently. Instead of avoiding words, I started diving into those words.